hockey fans, welcome to Sunday afternoon hockey. Your Sherwood Park Knights taking on the Strathcona Warriors. Do you believe the last meeting between these two resulted in a Knights victory, which was much needed after some unfortunate results against them in the tournament in Fort Saskatchewan. Got an icing there, so the play will go down into the Warriors zone. Durecci doesn't make it all the way to him. It gets sent behind the net. And now the Warriors through neutral, bring it into the zone, shot there, and Thiago with the save. Warriors back to the point, broken up there by Bowman. Bowman will send it around. Kingston is there, tries to send it up. It gets some help from Durecci. Sends it to Noonan, and I believe that's offside. As I still attempt to get my setup here, I'll figure it out. Yeah. Ugh. Alright, oh, stop the clock. Alright, Lamab off the boards, gets into the zone, being chased down there by Bridges. Warriors send it behind their net, gets to the point and squeaks past Lamab, so he'll have to chase it back down into Knights territory. Lamab searching his options, it deflects off a stick. Warriors send it back in. Lamab will try this again off the backboards to Breen. Breen back to Lamab. Lamab off the glass into the high slot. Warriors will dump it to the boards. And now Frey into the zone. Frey with a shot right on the logo, and the Warriors goalie holds on for the whistle. That'll bring out Campbell, Main, and Kapler with Korea and Boyce. Warriors into the zone. That shot brings off the iron. Warriors turn it over, and the glove save from Thiago keeps it a scoreless game here early in the first. Dan has decided to work the music today, leaving you in my hands. I apologize for that. You'll know how we're playing by my tone and comments as the day goes on. Korea over to Boyce. It's tipped past him, and he'll have to chase it down behind the net. Boyce now off the netting for the whistle. So we now have Bowman, Hender, and Gao out there with Durecci and Lamab. Warriors try to center that. That's broken up by Bowman. Gao, fans on it there, sent to the boards by Durecci. Centering pass broken up there by Lamab. He'll turn it up ice, he'll fight off a check. Can't get it past the guy at the blue line. But now Durecci gets it up to Bowman. Bowman will flip it forward for Hender. Hender into the zone, will dump it to the corner. Chased down by Bowman. Gao now swats at it, but the Warriors come up with it. bring it through neutral. They're into the zone, a mini 2-on-1 here. Oh, and that shot is either deflected wide or shot wide. Bowman will turn it back up the other way, getting a little bit of a screen there from Hender. Hender tracks it down, dumps it back in the zone. Knights have to tag up. Warriors trying to get through neutral. They come into the zone, or taken down there. That puck doesn't make it out. Shot off the glass by the Warriors. Picked up behind the net by Dax. He fans on it. He'll get a second chance at it with a battle ensuing. He kicks it up the boards to Noonan. Gets to the point. That's sent in, broken up there by Frey, and Noonan is off to the races. Noonan into the zone. He's stopped there, and the Warriors come back the other way. That shot there is blocked by Korea. Jacobs now working along the boards. He gets some help there from Boyce. Directed to the corner. And now Jacobs off the boards, can't get it past the defender. Lucky on that one. And finally flipped out of the zone. That'll go all the way down for icing, but a much needed change as well. So now we have Campbell, Reed, and Bridges out there with Green and Durecci. Durecci sends it off the boards to Campbell. Campbell heads up ice with it into the zone, dumps it to the corner. He'll chase it in, it gets past Bridges. Breen pinching from the point. Reed covering for him. Fans on that shot, and the Warriors come back the other way. Into the zone they come. Shot on net. Campbell, centering pass. Sent to the point. Warriors working it around. Kicks it. 3 saves there by Thiago. Warriors couldn't elevate it over that pad that he had glued to the ice. Campbell now in pursuit, applying pressure behind the net. Warriors lose track of it in their feet. Nash trying to get at it. Nash gets the puck. He tries to go around, but it goes off his stick to a Warrior defender, and the Warriors turn it back up ice. Into the zone, shot. It's well wide of the net, rings around to the far point. Stopped there by Bridges. Bridges force it out of the zone. He gets it up to Campbell, and we'll go for a change. Campbell chasing it down. Oh, sorry, nope, that's Bowman. Bowman is out. Yep. Bowman, Kapler, and Main out there again. Our defense also changed. We've got Lamab and Boyce out there. Lamab with a shot from the point, blocker saved by the goalie. And now Warriors come back. They dump it in. Puck behind the net, sent off the glass. Main tries to get it out, gets some help from Bowman, and Bowman will send Main down the wing. Main trying to center, gets it to Bowman. Bowman wide open, and Bowman puts it away for the 1-0 lead. So despite trailing in shots, 6-2, the Knights have popped in the first goal. That'll bring out Frey, Hender, and Gao. Gao will dump it in. The Warriors are first too, but Hender comes in, provides a bump. Korea now puts it towards the net. It's just wide. Green pinching from the point. And the Warriors come out 3 across. Warriors into the zone, centering pass. Now from the point, shot saved by Tiago, goes to Frey. Frey will bounce it off the boards to Correa. Frey through neutral, dumps it in just wide of the net. Lacking a little bit of oomph and energy there, so they go for a change. Oh! Durecci tries to send it around. Oh, got lucky there, and it went off the side of the net out front. Warriors regroup in their own zone. Send it rink wide into the zone. And a little bit of tic-tac-toe here in neutral, a giveaway. And the Warriors will dump it in. Warriors are first 2. Bounce out front. And the Warriors tie it up with some sloppy play by your Knights. I'll bring out Bridges, Bowman, and Reed. Correa and Boyce manning the blue line. Correa battling in the corner. Gets it over to Bowman. Boyce will take it. He'll weave through. He'll continue to carry it up. He goes past Reed, centers it. 6 save by the goalie. Bowman covering the point, keeps it in, and now flipped out. Correa will fire it towards the net. The defender redirected it on his own goalie, but his goalie was sharp enough to stop it. Frey in on the forecheck, breaks up that play, tries to feed it over to Bridges. Got Bridges out front. Frey trying to find a stick out front. Spencer gets a tap on it, and then the goalie flops on it for the whistle. Main and Kapler now join Frey up front. Brain and Durecci take over the blue line. Some pressure there by Frey, and the Warriors need to regroup. Warriors into the zone. Shot there, Tiago with the pad down. Durecci in the corner, getting some help from Frey. Shot up high on Tiago, and he'll direct it into the glove for the whistle. Campbell out there to take the face off. Won by the Warriors, but Durecci gets it out of the zone. Gets it over to Kapler. He has a shot. Maynard tries to poke at it, but the goalie had it secured. Main and Kapler stay out there with Campbell. The Mab and Boyce on the point. The Mab keeps it in, sends it over to Maynard. He flips it towards the net. But the Warriors come out with it. They send it forward and chase it into the corner. Campbell and Lamab working there. Campbell comes up with it. He sends it to Kapler. Kapler dipsy doodles around the Warrior player and sends it around the boards the other way, off the glass, kept in by the Warriors. Lamab now will try the other way. He misses Kapler with it, but gets out of the zone. Maine and now gets it onto the stick of Hender, who gets it into neutral. The Knights will try again to set something up. Turnover there at neutral. And we'll have to try yet again. Boyce around the net. Can't feed it through to Gow. And Bowman will get it out. Bowman goes through the defender there. Bowman can't get the shot off though. Comes to the point. Lamab will send it back towards the net. Rung around the boards by the Warriors. Gow is in there. He'll bring it back around the boards. Bowman fires that one well wide. Warriors flip it off the netting, and that'll be a whistle. Bray out there with Jacobs and Noonan. Bree and Breen are your D-men. Warriors control that. They'll flip it through neutral. Warriors again push back to their own zone. And struggle to get in. Got turnover there, and Warriors dump it into the zone. Breen behind his net. Feeds it to Noonan. He has trouble controlling that pass, and it's turned over, and that one is in the glove of Tiago. I'm not quite sure how it made it there. It sounded like some iron, but that might have been his stick. Warriors are leading in the shot department 12-7, but the score is tied at 1. Noonan spins, tries to get it out, kept in there by the Warriors. Oh, and a little tap there from Jacobs sends the Warriors back into neutral to regroup. They'll dump it in. Durecci will chase it down. He'll bring it around the net. Jacobs loses track of it in the referee's skates and then sends it to the point, but can't get it out. Durecci tangled up there, centering pass broken up there by Jacobs. Off the boards to Noonan, and Noonan will bring it into the zone. He'll fire it, blocker save. Comes to the point, and the Warriors are on the attack. And the Warriors pop in a goal for their first lead of the game. So Campbell, Bridges, and Reed, we'll see if they can get anything going here before this period ends. Bridges pressuring. Reed now in the corner. Warriors bring it out. Korea loses track of it, has to circle back to the corner and is Now in a battle, getting help from Campbell, and that'll do it for period number 1. It was muted and then it wasn't, so probably got some colorful language from me. You're welcome. Okay, second period underway. Reed with a chance here. His shot up high on the goalie. He deflects it over the net. Bridges steals that puck. Bridges with a shot. And goalie stops it. Bowman out there with Kapler and Maine. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Maine. He misses Boyce at the point, and the Warriors will have to go all the way down to their zone for it. Lamab now getting pressured. That centering pass looking dangerous since the Warriors player was the only one in front of our net there. Maine now tries the sharp angle shot. Puck ends up behind the net. Maynard still battling for it. Centers it to Bowman, and Bowman from point blank sends it off the goalie's pads into the corner. Bowman now behind the net again, has Kapler out front, and the puck ends up in the goalie's pads or somewhere. Kept in there by Lamab. Hender battling there. Comes back to Lamab. Lamab from a point. His shot right on the logo. Free to take the face off. Warriors control. We'll send it around the net. Out of the zone. And they're in offside. Bray wins that draw, gets it back to Breen. He'll send it to the other Warrior defender. Warriors are offside. Breen sends it around for Correa. Correa tries to find Gal with it, but the Warrior intercepts that. Warriors still control. Hender now will pop it off the boards to the point. Missed tip there. And now Bray tries to send Hender. It's a little bit too far for him, but he's in on the forecheck with Bray. Turned over by the Warriors. Jacobs tries to get it in deep, but Warriors turn it up ice. Correa now in his own zone. Giveaway right in front of the net. And luckily Thiago was there to make the save. Warriors dump it back in. Lamab will bring it around the boards. Noonan battling for it. Getting some help now from Campbell. They have it pinned against the boards. Durecci taking a couple stabs at it. Oh my, really? And a penalty coming. That was weak. So, the Warriors will receive the first power play of the game. Noonan going off for a cross check. Oh, head contact. Yeah. Well, at least we're usually better on the penalty kill than we are on the power play, so there's that. If we can figure out how to get that penalty up on the clock. Alright, penalty is entered. Puck is dropped. Campbell loses his stick there, broken up by Lamab. Kept in at the point by the Warriors. Warriors playing a little back and forth here in the corner. Jacobs now pressuring the point. Warriors send it back to the boards. Oh, and that one goes off the iron. Warriors will try again. Blocked there by Durecci, and now Jacobs fires it out of the zone. And Campbell is first there. Campbell shorthanded. Like I said, we play better shorthanded, have more chances than we do when we're on the power play, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is. Warriors back into the zone. Bowman applying some pressure. Warriors sending it out. Oh, and have their stick been on the ice, that was a gift of an opportunity there that is missed by the Warriors. 30 seconds to go and the penalty to Noonan. Warriors now weaving into the zone. Swatted away there by Boyce. Warriors from the corner. Flip it to the point, knocked down there by Bridges, and Bridges is off to the races. Shorthanded opportunity here. Oh, he tries to go glove side, and the goalie makes the save. We got 4 seconds left in the penalty. Noonan back on the ice. Turned over by Bridges again. He's got Noonan. Sends it to Noonan. Noonan gets checked there. Bowman now. Can't get to the puck. Oh, Noonan tries to keep it in, but has to regroup at neutral. Correa now will flip it into neutral. Noonan goes for the hit instead of the puck, and finally a call going the way of the Knights, who will get their first power play opportunity here. The question being, though, will they actually have more chances on the power play than they had on the penalty kill? Because they had 2 excellent shorthanded breakaway chances there and just couldn't get it past the goalie. So we'll have Frey, Kapler, and Maine out there. with Lamab and Korea. Kapler sends it towards the net. Goalie makes a save. And Maynard gets a couple pushes out front. Well, that was a chance. Shots are now evened up according to the scoreboard, 15-15. Knights looking for the equalizer here. Warriors win that draw and fire it the length of the ice. Korea flips it dangerously in front of our net. And finally, the Knights get it out of the zone. Frey up to Kapler. Kapler almost skates past it. He'll keep it in. Sends it over to Korea. Korea winds up and fires that one wide. And Warriors now clear it back down with 1:10 to go in the power play. Korea gets pressured there. He'll send it up the boards to Maynard. Maynard flips it up for Frey, and oh, sorry, that wasn't Maynard, that was Lamab. And that will hit the netting and end up in the penalty box. So now Campbell, Gow, and Hender will get a chance on the power play with Boyce and Durecci. Boyce will dump it in. It hits the referee, allowing the Warriors to collect it and send it back down. Tiago will stop it there. Durecci picks it up, has it behind the net, sends it up the boards to Campbell. Campbell finds Gow with it. Gow into the zone, cuts in. Hender now in the corner, battling for it, getting some help from Campbell. Hender still has it. And a whistle is going to send the Warriors to the box. So we are going to get a 5-on-3 here for 9 seconds. We aren't switching up our line, keeping the same line out there. That quick face-off win by Campbell gets it over to Hender, and he didn't quite have enough muscle on it to do much damage. So the goalie covers up for a quick redraw. Hender back to Boyce. Boyce over to Hender. Then, oh, that one ticks past the post. Boyce comes over to keep it in. We got all three of our forwards along the boards there. Gow. Backhander. Hender now. Works it behind the net. Oh, Warriors swat at it. Durecci now from the point. He'll fire it from there. That bouncer gets deflected wide by Campbell. And now the Warriors fire it down the ice. We'll get a fresh set of legs for the power play as Boyce stands behind his net waiting for the forwards to set up. That'll be Jacobs, Bowman, and Noonan, if we can get it out of our zone. And we'll flip it in and turn it over. Durecci will try it again and turn it over. That's pretty standard for our power play. And we finally make it out of our zone. Woo woo! Oh, we even make it into their zone. kept in at the point by Lamap to Jacobs. Jacobs to Bowman. Bowman with a shot there. Goalie diving at her, and we've got Jacobs taken out behind the net. There still are 5 seconds left in the power play. I was a little bit slow stopping the clock. So Bridges, Frey, and Reed will have 5 seconds to work with here yet on the power play. They have Breen and Lamab out there with them. Frey. Okay. Bridges. Oh, muffins it towards the net. And the goalie puts a glove on it. I mean, I'm all for putting the puck to the net, but a little bit more than that is needed. Bridges back to Breen. Breen with a shot there, and the goalie takes that right in the W and holds on for the whistle. The Knights have actually gone ahead now with shots. I don't know if that's home clock. We have had some decent chances here. I will give them that. Bridges trying for the backhand. Can't get it through the traffic. And the Warriors come back with it. They'll dump it in. Who's out front? Oh, Bridges loses his stick in that scramble. Frey tries to flip it out. Bridges will take another whack at it. Now got Breen in the corner. He'll take a hit. Frey heads up ice with it. Frey watches it head into the zone, but the Warriors turn it back the other way. Warriors can't get it past Breen. And now Frey will pick up the centering pass. He has trouble controlling. It goes to the corner. Breen now picks it up, fights off a check, flips it up to Kapler. Kapler over to Nash. Nash through neutral into the zone. Nash drops it back for Kapler. Kapler with a shot there. Goalie was down and ready for that. Campbell now fights off a check, fights off two behind the net. Sends both of the Warrior defenders to the ice. Warriors now working against Korea. That shot high and wide. Kapler swings at it. Campbell evades a check there. Heads into the zone. He'll drop it over for Maynor. Maynor takes a late hit there. That could have been a charging. Boyce from the point. That goes off a defender to the corner. Gao now trying to work it in. Gao will turn back the other way. It's stripped from him. And the Warriors will dump it down the ice, and that'll be icing. That could have been a charge. Interference, take your pick. Bowman out there to take the face off. Gets to the point. Boyce send it behind the net. Hender now. We can't just stand there and expect the puck to come to us. Korea into the zone. Who's covering D? Who's covering D? Breen pinching. Gets it into the corner. We got Bowman covering D. Thank you, Connor. Oh, splits a D. I can't beat Tiago. And by D, I do mean one of them was Connor, so forward acting as D. Noonan turns it up ice. Noonan into the zone. He'll try to send it to the net. It gets deflected. Green now from the point. Gets it onto the tape of Noonan, but he can't get a shot off. Jacobs now steals that puck. Late hit. Like, come on. Noonan keeps that in. He'll flip it into the corner. And that one bounces off the backboards. The goalie covers it up. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the second. Still down a goal. Frey wins that draw. But Warriors pressure and turn it over. Warriors are in. Well, they're just about in offside, but put on the brakes. Lamab, misses that one. Warriors try to feed the needle. Feed it through the needle. Warriors a little bit more hungry for the puck right now. Durecci in a battle in the corner. Nash gets it to the point. Nash now up for Jacobs. Goes off of his stick. He'll go for a change, so Nash will go in the zone. Warriors through neutral. Into the zone they go. Take it to the corner. Durecci gets the puck. Reed lets it go to the point, and now it's picked up there by Campbell. Campbell got a 2-on-1 here developing. Reed over to Bridges. Bridges with a shot, and the goalie had the angle on that one. Campbell wins it over to Bridges. Bridges gets it to Reed. His shot deflects over the net, and now the Warriors dump it down. Boyce picks it up. Almost loses it. Flips it over. And Bridges now with a little tic-tac-toe comes up with the puck. Campbell dances around coverage. The puck is loose. Bridges goes for the hit instead of the puck. And Correa with a give there, and the puck is in. Battle out front. And the Knights managed to pull even here. It looks like Bridges is taking credit for that. It has been a while since the Warriors have registered a shot on net. So, for once the Knights have... I had to say something there. Sorry. They got a shot there, but Thiago standing strong. Camera, commentary. Sometimes miss one of the three. That is flipped out of the zone and down the... that was weak. But they'll call that icing. We'll take it back down. Frey gets it over to Lamab. Lamab sends it off the glass, bounces to the point. Shot there. It's flicked to the corner. Gao now along the boards gets some help from Frey. Comes out of the zone, sent back in. Breen now finds Frey. Frey take it in himself.
Assist from number 15, Scott Campbell. Time to go 4-2.
And again, all three forwards in the corner, and the Warriors come out with it. They'll dump it down. Doesn't go far enough for icing, so Breen turns it over. Oh, and Frey comes back to flip it away the last second. And Gal here with a chance now. Can't catch up to it. And dumped back down by the Warriors. Lamab off the boards. Hender now into the zone, cuts in, takes a shot on net. Goalie makes a save, and it gets past everybody, and that'll weakly go down for another icing. This time it's in our favor though, so there's that. Campbell take the draw. Noonan will flip it back to Durecci. Durecci's shot goes high and wide. Field goal attempt, according to the music man down there. A little scrambly in our own zone here. Noonan trying to free up his stick to clear the puck. He'll send it off the boards. That was out. Okay, let's stop turning it over. Getting lazy in our own zone, and things like that are gonna happen. And Campbell now to Jacobs. Jacobs takes a late hit there. Snoddy into the zone. Noonan now behind the net. Flips it to open ice. Jacobs trying to chase it down. We got a Warrior wide open in front of the net. Korea finds him, marks him, and now Noonan with a chance. Can't stab it out of the zone. And a turnover again. Like, how many of these do we need to do in a period? Yeah, knew that was coming. That's what happens when you play like crap in your own zone. Turn it over and don't actually try to go for the puck. So now the Warriors regain the lead, 3-2. Ten seconds to go here in the second. back here. Dumped down by the Warriors. Picked up by Breen. He gets it up to Bridges. Bridges has it stolen off his stick, and then he overskates it. Bowman sending it back to Breen. Breen tries to get it out of the zone or to Reed. Not sure what the plan was there. Picking up where we left off at the end of the second. Thiago cuts down the angle on that, makes the save. That puck sent towards the net. Scooped up by Korea. He can't get out of the zone. That one goes off the side of the net. Bridges now tries to fire it out of the zone. Hits one of two bodies that were at the point. And in desperation now, the Knights are just trying to bring it around and bring it out any way they can. Two Warriors collide at center ice. And Reed tries to hit Frey with that, and it'll go all the way down for icing. But we get some fresh legs out there. Out there with Main and Kapler. Centering pass picked off there. Main trying to swat at it, and now Frey will pick it out of his back pocket. He can't get it past the center line, and the Warriors will shoot it back in. Boyce now off the boards. Frey trying to track it down in Warrior territory, and the Warriors bring it back in. Centering pass broken up by Durecci. He'll leave it there for Frey. Frey now turns it over. And a sprawling Thiago gets that puck covered up. Oops. Trying hard not to win this game. The give-overs in our own zone. That puck comes out of the zone. Campbell, though, picks it up. He'll flip it down. Breen collected in neutral, send it over for Hender. Hender can't get it into the zone, and the Warriors will dump it back down. Campbell now. The Mab with a check there. Breen off the boards, kept in. That one pops out front-ish. Gal stabs it out of the zone. And the Warriors flip it back in. Puck comes out, dumped back in by the Warriors. They'll have to tag up, giving Korea some time. He gets it over to Jacobs. Flips it up for Korea. I don't know where our forwards are on this. Korea spins, fires it, hits a Warriors player, and now they'll bring it back the other way. Warriors into the zone, draw pass. Shot is blocked by Boyce. And now Thiago put the paddle down and cover it for the whistle. Bowman out there with Jacobs and Noonan. Noonan with the puck, tries to feed it over, goes off a Warrior, and they control in their own zone. Warrior player falls. Bowman will flop it off the boards behind the net. Comes to the point, Korea winds up. Can't get the shot off, and it's broken up by the Warriors who flip it back into the corner. Korea, under pressure, flips it over to Noonan. Noonan will send it into the air out of the zone. Warriors are offside. Noonan now out of the zone will flip it forward and scooped up by the Warriors. They'll turn it back around into the zone. Gray will break that up, and it'll go all the way down for icing. Coffee, we got banana bread, she said.
Oh yeah, that was a good life.
Yeah, living the good life, huh? Rung back around the boards. Stopped behind the net by Thiago. Warriors keep it in. Durecci will flip it around the other way. And Labab now flips it out of the zone. But Warriors control. Time of possession here has been atrociously in favor of the Warriors so far this period. Trip there, goes uncalled. And from a point blank location, Thiago squeezes the pads to keep us in this game. Trailing by 1. If it's any consolation, the Warriors have now pulled ahead again in shots on net. However, it seems like the team that's behind in shots on net score more goals. So maybe despite the fact that they've been dominating this period, we'll get a lucky goal, lucky bounce. Korea with a turnover there again. Oh, Thiago with a save. And now Maynard with the puck flips it over to Kapler. Kapler into the zone. Working in the corner, tries to send it back to the point. Too many Warrior bodies in the way. Durecci will backhand it back into the fray. Durecci now off the boards. Kapler comes up with it. Tip there. Oh, and Jacobs just misses the post on that one, and the Warriors come back with it. And Thiago is there to make the save again. 26 saves so far for Thiago. And Tiago will cover that one up again. Bowman breaks up that shot attempt, tries to feed Gao. Warriors come back with it. Shot there. Tiago's got the pads down along the ice, and now Gao is fed by Hender. Gao's shot goes wide of the net. Hender into the corner. Warriors control. And Warriors bring it out of the zone. Taken away by Bowman. He gets it to Hender. Hender flips it off the boards. Bowman. Gao spins, fires it in so that the Knights can go for a change. And Tiago flips that over to Breen. Breen off the boards, out of the zone into neutral. Noonan trying to chase that down. And Jacobs is in with Frey still in the offside position. Green will send it far side. That'll be icing. Over 10 minutes left to play for the Knights to try to get back in this. Will require a gear we haven't seen since midway through the second period. Tiago with the save. He controls the rebound. Tiago draws another whistle. Bridges races to the point, goes off his skate and out, forcing the Warriors to regroup. They'll dump it in, gets past Lamab. Lamab over to Breen. Breen now finds Reed. Reed will flip it forward. Reed in a foot race for it, trying to get the angle on it. Bridges leisurely trailing, will put it on net. And Warrior goalie will cover it up with Reed out front. Shot at 34-27 in favor of the Warriors. Bridges dropped it back for Boyce. Boyce's shot deflected behind the net. Bridges gives a hit there, but the Warriors maintain control. And now Warriors into the zone offside. Got a canoe ride to the face-off dunk there by the Warriors. Kapler sends it off the boards. behind the net. He's trying to chase it down. He turns it over out front. Goes off a skate and out of the zone. Maynard gets interfered with there as he tries to track down the puck. Warriors into the zone. Drop it back to the point. Plenty of room and time to set up for the shot. This time got some pressure from Hender, and the Warriors will have to regroup. Hender with a stick lift there. Takes a headshot there. Direcci now in front of our net. Flutters out of the zone but dumped back in by the Warriors. And Warriors will turn it over at neutral again. And like typical Timbit hockey, we all crowd to the puck instead of playing a position. Luckily, the shot was made and the save, and not the pass. Getting my end of the season commentary as your first introduction to me this season. The frustration evident after a season of producing well below our potential. Oh, look it again. Let's just chase the puck and not have any hockey sense. Hockey IQ. You hear a lot of that in the Olympics. I don't see a lot of it. Dumped in by the Warriors. Bring off the boards. Another giveaway at neutral. And now Hender into the zone. Noonan will flip it to the boards. He'll chase it down. He'll push his guy into the boards back there. Reinforcements have arrived in the form of Campbell and Jacobs. Campbell with the puck now, centers it and goes past everyone. Probably don't need that pillar. Warriors have to tag up, get back on side. And Noonan now over to Breen to Korea. Korea will dump it in. Noonan leaves it there for Campbell. And Korea regroups in our own zone. And we're behind our net. Recchi off the glass. Jacobs bounds on that, but Campbell picks it up anyways. Up to Noonan. Noonan will tap it in and pursue. The rest of his line will go for a change. Bridges applying pressure there, but the Warriors send it around the boards the other way. And Warriors into the zone. That shot's well wide. Bridges doesn't get to the puck, but Boyce will now send it up for a read. He'll flip it to the corner. Bridges centers it to no one. And the Warriors clear it out again. And no one safe for my cynicism today. And just like that, the Warriors have a 2-goal lead. Mab gets over the center line, dumps it in. Bowman and Bridges in pursuit. Bridges can't get a stick on that puck. And now the Warriors will come out with it. Shot there, Thiago, kick save. And Bridges will just ice it down and go for a change. And I didn't start the clock on that one. So we'll start it now. Let it run. Frey out there with Main and Kapler. Frey comes up with the puck. Over to Main. Main into the zone. Fights off a hit there. Frey absorbs one behind the net. Kapler now trying to catch up to the puck. Puck floats to the point. Shot there by Breen. Kapler tries to flip it back to the point, but the Warriors scoop it up. Lamab flips it back out to neutral. Frey comes up with it, takes it into the zone, sends it over to Kapler. Kapler wrestling to get a shot off. And now Frey will pick up that puck. He'll bring it into the zone over the line. He gets checked there. And the Warriors tip it back into the zone. Centering pass picked off by Correa. He'll flip it to the point. And Thiago will make the save. Shots on goal are 40 to 29. That means a whopping 3 shots on net this period for your Knights. Maybe we need to take a penalty so we can get some chances. Boyce through neutral, gets checked, has to go back for it. Hender picks it up, brings it back through our zone. And the Warriors dump it into the corner. Warriors now control. I don't know where everyone is. And we got a 3-on-1 here. Gao with a shot. Correa sends the rebound wide of the net. Hender fighting off some checks. Net is empty. We got an extra attacker out there. Kept in by Durecci. He sends it on net. Kick save by the goalie. Comes up front. That shot from Noonan is blocked and it gets iced down by the Warriors with 1:12 left. Oh, look it. We hit 30 shots on net. Woo woo. 4 this period. So we have Bowman, Jacobs, Reed, and Noonan out there with Durecci and Boyce.
Last man to play in the third period.
Jacobs can't control that one. Bowman will spin and keep it in. Jacobs in a battle there. No one helping him. Like, let's just stand and watch the clock tick down. Durecci in a foot race for it. And that'll do it. Empty netter. Add insult to injury. Oh. What? We got a power play? Seconds to go. Hung around for all of that, not too sure why, but it is over.